episode of Captain Pete's Boat Adventures in Review. We're here at Lake Havasu City, Arizona, and we're going to be doing some videotaping of the boat show here within the lake in this beautiful place where it's got nothing but sun and fun. We're going to be talking to James Dean here pretty soon to show us about his pontoon boats and where you can go to enjoy some of the adventures they have on the lake and enjoy some of the historic sights to see. So anyhow, I hope you enjoyed the show and another episode of this Captain Pete's Boat Review. Thank you. All right, here we are at the Boat Brokers, and here's James Dean. How you doing, James?
I'm doing great. Thanks for coming by.
Oh, it's fun here. I can't believe it. You know, it's one of the great spots in the country to come see, you know, all the activities you can do here. Can you tell us a little bit about what boat is good for what place? I mean, you wouldn't want to take this down the Colorado River, but you could take a vacation on these boats.
Oh yeah. So we offer the Barletta new boats. What's fantastic about these is you can take them just about everywhere. We've got some that are in the ocean right now. The ride, they're quiet. As far as comfort and the stability, unbelievable. You guys should come down, take a test drive. This is a fantastic show. We love the Lake Havasu Boat Show. It's just, as long as we get good weather, it's all good.
Compared to yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday we got some big winds and blew everything all over the place, but a lot of people came out, so that was nice.
I called and told them to send some good weather down from the north here.
Yeah, it's good so far.
Yeah, right.
You got a good crowd.
Well, there's just so much to see here. We don't know where to start exactly, but the cars here, what got you into the car business too?
Well, you know, we sell, Dean, the owner here, he thinks of everything. You know, classic cars. Lake Havasu is all about classic cars. I think everybody in town's probably got a classic car in their garage somewhere. If they don't, they need to. So come on down, we can get you a classic car. So we offer classic cars, boats, RVs. We sell anything. I always tell the guys, if you stand still, we're going to sell you too. So everything's for sale.
Oh, it's great. Well, what is the best way to approach this lake here? It's about 40 miles, or is it 100 miles? Or I can't remember the actual distance between A and B. It's like the Colorado River is feeding the lake, and you know, how far can you go with the boats?
Well, you know, I don't know the exact answer on that. I know I've gone as far as the V before, but it gets pretty shallow. So I know you can go that far. I believe you can go all the way to Laughlin, but don't quote me on that. But the big difference is you get some real shallow water, so you don't want to be taking some of these deeper boats, more jet boats, jet skis, that kind of stuff. You could probably go all the way up. But I've only gone as far as the V. I know you can go that far with a boat.
Well, that's new to me, but we're going to take a ride here, I guess, in a few days after the show's over.
Absolutely.
We're going to find out some history about the lake and point these highlights out. What type of people are going to buy this type of boat versus a speedboat?
Well, you know, that's a great question. What we're finding right now is everybody's ended up buying a pontoon boat. We've got people trading out of performance boats, trading out of their V-bottoms. Anything that they have now, this fits all their needs. You get the performance that you would get in a performance boat, you get the banking, you get the turning, you get the speed, but most of all, you get the comfort and the quietness, so you can actually carry on a conversation and have the comfort for your family without, you know, a super loud boat that you got to yell over. You know, it's comfort for everybody.
And you make it possible for most people to buy these with your financing program here, is that correct?
Absolutely, yes, sir. We've got over 100 different banks. We won't send you to all of them. That's a joke. What we do is we look at your information, find what bank's going to be the best for you, and those are the banks that we'll send it to. Only a couple, to make sure we get you the best financing available.
Well, how do you make a decision of what type of boat to buy?
Well, what we do is we ask questions. We want to find the right boat that fits your needs. Everybody has different wants and needs, and we want to find out what works best for you. So I'm going to ask questions. I'm not going to try and sell you something that you don't want or need. I'm going to ask you questions that fit your family, your lifestyle, and those are the boats that you need to buy.
How far?
And we help you. I'm sorry, not to cut you off, but we're the professionals. You count on us to get the right information. So when you come to me and you tell me what you're looking for, then my job is to find you the right boat.
Well, how far do your customers come from to buy boats here? Do they take them anywhere? Or?
All over the world.
Really?
We sell worldwide, yes, sir.
Wow. Yep. Can you show us around a little bit about tell us the difference between this boat or that boat? Well, how many feet would be better for a family versus a couple, or for the partiers or whatever? Just could you point out a few things about each boat or whatever?
Yeah. So I'm not sure where to start. Let's start at the beginning. So one thing, if you're, we'll have to cut and paste some of this. So the first thing I do is I'll ask somebody how many people go with you on the boat, right? So that's gonna help you to know which boat or what size, and then what are you gonna be doing with it? Are you gonna be skiing with it? Are you gonna be tubing? Are you just going cruising? Are you going fishing? So when I find out what your wants and needs are, then that helps me to decide what boat to show you. If you tell me I'm just going to go cruising, go fishing, I'm not going to sell you a tri-tune or a triple, a twin engine $300,000 boat. Right? You tell me you're just going to go out and go putt around, you're not going to buy a $300,000 boat.
Well, that was a great statement you made, because I never thought about water skiing behind these, but these engines today are monsters.
Yes, absolutely.
What kind of horsepower do they carry?
Well, you can go anywhere from a 25 horsepower all the way up to 500 or a twin engine 500. They even have 600 horsepower motors now.
Wow. And they carry one or two. They can carry up to two engines, or just one outboard. This outboard probably was enough to push the Queen Mary.
Well, like this boat over here, this has twin 400s on it.
The capacity for food, refrigeration of any kind.
You bring an ice chest.
Oh, you do?
Yes, sir. You bring your own ice chest. Some of the houseboats, like you're probably used to being on more of the cruiser type boats, or you've been to a lot of those deals?
Yeah, yachts and tugboats, but it depends on the lake and whatever. But these are more luxury than work boats, of course.
Correct. A lot of those will have refrigerators. Most of your pontoon boats aren't going to have a refrigerator.
I see.
I know they do have some that have options on them. These do not.
Yeah, I know very little about pontoon boats. That's why you have probably the largest amount of pontoon boats in the city.
We have probably about 300 boats in stock, and it ranges anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 boat up to $300,000 boats.
Well, what tears people between buying a pontoon boat and a speedboat? Because you have a variety of those as well.
Correct. We sell them all. So one of the things, or the biggest thing that separates them, is what I was telling you, is the comfort and the quietness. A lot of the husbands want the performance, loud, fast, and the wives want something quiet, comfortable, but still go fast enough to get where they want to go. So usually the wife wins. She talks them into the boat that's going to be good for the whole family instead of just what the husband wants.
Very impressive boats.
Now, don't get mad at me, husbands, but hey, that's what's reality.
Yeah. No, I mean, what else do you have here besides the cars, the pontoon boats, and the speedboats? Are those yours over here as well?
No, sir. This is our booth here. We have RVs for sale. I've got one right now. It's a 2022. That RV is only $67,000 if you guys are looking for a great deal on an RV.
Which one is this?
This one right here that we had our office set up in.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful.
Yes, sir.
So what about distance-wise? Do people usually go with these? You said there's only so many miles up there that you're familiar with, but these petroglyphs or whatever it is, and the canyons up there that everybody goes to see?
Yeah, so a couple, and I'm going to probably miss some of them, a couple of the sweet spots a lot of people like to go to. Copper Canyon, some people jump off the cliffs there. That's a popular spot. If you go all the way down to Havasu Springs, there's a restaurant down there. They like to cruise down there. If you go upriver north, you got a tow park that's got a swimming pool and restaurant and bar. And then also Pirates Cove is up there. That's some of the hot spots.
A lot of choices. Historically, you ever give tours with people driving the boat for other people to try to let people test them out, to give them a little information on the history?
Yeah, we don't necessarily do tours where we go all over the lake, but we do offer test drives. We'll take you out on the water. As long as you're serious, we don't take just anybody out for a joyride. But if we know that you're interested in a boat, we want to take everybody out on the boat so you know what you're getting. absolutely.
And what's the busiest time of the year here on the? Because it gets pretty hot.
Oh yeah.
Is the next weekend going to be the busiest with? Each weekend has a specialty. Right?
It's hard to say. It all comes down to the weather. When we've got 80-degree temperature in January or February, we're selling a lot of boats. We sell boats all year round because we sell all over the world. The climate changes everywhere you're at. So it doesn't matter what time of year it is, we're selling boats all year.
Well, excuse me for my lack of knowledge on asking this question, but how do you reach people on the other side of the planet here?
Our website. Our website brings people from everywhere. Oh yeah, yes sir.
That's great.
Yeah, we've sold all over. We offer shipping. We've got companies that can ship it to you anywhere around the world.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
This is a good show. Is this one of you go other places?
This is one of our best.
Okay.
One of our best. Yeah, we like rockabilly. We do good with that. The Sand and Water Show does well. The Balloon Fest is a great event here. If you guys haven't been to the Balloon Fest, you got to come down and check that out. That's a fantastic event.
Is that already passed by?
It has.
Okay.
It's usually in January.
Okay.
Yes,
I think I haven't been to the.
Absolutely. No, thanks so much, Captain Pete. And I'm Chuck Scriven, Western Regional Sales Manager for Barletta Boat Company. Barletta Boats was founded about 8 years ago. We're based in Bristol, Indiana, which is in Elkhart County. And Barletta came to market with this boat we've got behind us here, which is our Luso. And we've entered a couple different categories and classes, price segments since then. But a few things that differentiate Barletta from the others in the pontoon industry. We build the smoothest, rattle-free riding pontoon boat in the industry. And so, a couple things we do differently. We're using an I-beam cross-member technology coupled with what we call our VIP technology. So, at every fastening point under the deck of that cross-member and the umbracket that's welded onto the boat, you'll have that vibration isolation pad. So, why that matters, there's no metal on metal under deck at every fastening point. So all of the rattles or all the vibrations coming off of the rough water chop or your engine is being dispersed before it comes above deck. Helps us achieve that smooth ride that we've become known for at Barletta. A couple other things about the boats. Barletta builds a boat with all the standard features that we feel you have to have in the boat versus a lot of optional upgrades that can get costly and confusing. So, power bimini tops come standard on all the boats we build. We've got a nice big extended swim deck at the back of the boats like you can see here. Great ladder, great radio in all of the boats that we build, and just all of those creature comforts that we as a manufacturer feel you have to have will come standard on the Barlettas. And we're having a lot of fun building them.
Well, my objective with my program is to give people the knowledge of boats, where they're best suited to be used. Like maybe this boat isn't good for one lake versus another, but with all the different types of construction parts you have here, it shows you more in the interior part of the boat rather than just the color. Because sometimes a woman might come along or a man and say, great looking boat, but I'd rather have it white or blue or red.
Sure.
That's good to know.
Absolutely. And we invest a lot of money at Barletta into what you can't see above the deck of the boat in that construction. So it's kind of like, the bones or the foundation of the boat is arguably what's most important. And Barletta is really going to shine on rough water when you're out on the water and it's, you get some wind chop or it's a busy holiday weekend, whatever it is. We're going to deliver that smooth quality ride that, again, people have just become accustomed to, and we've become known as a brand for that really, really terrific smooth riding boat on the rough water. So,
as I asked, James earlier, I'm not familiar with pontoon boats as much as you have been and are. What makes you different or better than the other companies out there, other than what you just told me? When people come around, because they have no idea if they really want to buy this type of boat or a speedboat.
Sure. Yep. No, it's a great question, and obviously there's a lot of different reasons and ways that people are using the Barlettas and pontoons in general. So you've got nice big open floor plans. Obviously, if you're out just relaxing with your significant other or with some friends and family. Lots of great room to be relaxing and get comfortable on the boat. Wonderful for entertaining. I always use the holiday examples because people start coming out of the woodwork on holiday weekends wanting to get out for a boat ride. So you got plenty of room for everybody to be comfortable, get out entertaining. You can put a barbecue on the back of the boat like we've got on display here. Go have lunch out on the lake and have a nice time with some friends out on the lake with the barbecue. You could do all the water sports, you know what I mean? So if you're wanting to get out and take the kids or the grandkids tubing, you've got the ski tow bar that comes standard on all the Barlettas. You can, teach the grandkids how to water ski behind the Barletta. So, we're putting big horsepower behind these boats now. It's, not your grandpa's pontoon boat anymore, like a lot of people once thought, where performance is very much a thing. These boats perform beautifully at high speeds, on rough water, and really deliver just kind of the full experience for however you're looking to use the boat.
Well, that's interesting, and more knowledge, the better. And the type of person would be of all ages.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're seeing young families coming out of, runabouts or the stern drive market into our world because they've got little ones that they want to make sure are safely on board with mama or grandma inside the boat. We've got families that have owned every other kind of boat, and we consistently and regularly hear from people, whether it's coming out of again, a runabout, a go fast boat, whatever it is, into the Barlettas, and they tell us consistently they love how easy the boat is to own, how easy the boat is to operate. It's kind of stress-free boating. So
I don't think until today that, because I have never been on a pontoon boat,
Yep.
and my objective, as I said, is try to figure out how to connect people with a boat they might want to use rather than this boat or that boat.
Absolutely.
And I didn't realize that they had the power and to do the water skiing.
Absolutely.
And instead of having a speedboat that's got the good looks, you've got the Bimini top and a place to keep cool,
Yep.
and plenty of luxury room to spread around.
Absolutely,
outside.
absolutely, yeah. No, so it's really kind of like a Swiss Army knife of boats, if you will. So
That's a good description.
you can use it in so many different ways. Checks a lot of the boxes for a lot of families, and we continue to see the pontoon market grow and people coming out of all sorts of other segments of boats and being really happy with the Barlettas.
I think, rather than to get the minnow, duplicate the minnow, I could use one of these instead, right?
I think so. We'd love to have you, Captain.
All right.
All right.
Nice
Thanks
talking
so
with
much.
you. Okay.
Likewise. Thanks, guys.
All right, this is Captain Pete here, right on the edge of Lake Havasu. I hope you enjoyed the boat show and the boat brokers talking about pontoons. And we're signing off now. We'll see you a little bit here on the water. And for now, take care. See you next time.